Let's do this!
Hey, I'm Jacob.
And I'm Tyler.
And we are
Card
Collectors. So today we're going to be reviewing the game Jaws. This is for you, Lashlon. This game was released in 1987 and it was created by LJN and Westone Bit Entertainment. Some of the other games that LJN has published is Back to the Future 1, Back to the Future 2 and 3, Karate Kid, Friday the 13th, and A Nightmare on Elm Street, which is actually a fun game. I really enjoy it.
It's pretty solid. This game is loosely based off the fourth movie in the series called Jaws the Revenge. Shockingly enough, in this game, Jaws is trying to get his revenge on you as you're trying to kill him. It's pretty exciting stuff.
The genre of Jaws can be described as an action-adventure game, where there's only a few scenes where you're actually battling the enemy. You can either be underneath the water, shooting them repetitively, or you can be above water, dropping bombs. Overall, it's a pretty simple game as far as the gameplay is concerned.
As far as graphics go, this game has a couple cutscenes which gives it a more cinematic feel, such as boarding the boat at the beginning of the game and docking at the port. During the top-down portion, the graphics are acceptable and the boat is solid and has good animation to it. Once you go underwater, it has a nice feel to it and it feels submersive. The water at the top has some ripples which gives it a nice effect, and it's just very simplistic side view. The bonus stage is similar to this, but you're in a plane above it. The final portion of this game is the battle against Jaws, which is a first-person shank fest where Jaws comes from the background to the foreground charging you. This looks nice because it's a different perspective and it has waves moving around, and overall it just gives it a good aesthetic feel.
For the audio, the only music that is representation of Jaws the movie is the main title screen. Throughout the game, though, there's just generic, but it's fitting to the scenes that you're playing at. Supposedly, the reason why they don't have more music from the Jaws movie is simply because of the NES hardware limitations.
For enemies in this game, there are jellyfish, which move straight up. Later in the game, they start moving diagonally and seem to target you and just become jerks. There's also stingrays, which simply move horizontally and appear to be just innocent, trying to go from A to B, but you get in their way. There's also baby Jaws, which follows the same movement pattern as regular Jaws, and that's that he targets you, but if you're able to slip by him, he just keeps going, because sharks in this game can't turn around. And for the final enemy in this game, it's Jaws, which is a big shocker, and it's just a bigger version of baby Jaws. So that's all this game has to offer for enemies. It's not that many, but they have enough different movement patterns to keep it interesting.
In this game, your main weapon is a harpoon. You can use this harpoon to kill enemies, which will drop items such as this conch shell, which in this game is a form of currency. You can take conch shells to the different ports and upgrade your items, or increase your power. The first item you'll get is a sonar, which will help detect where Jaws is. This is kind of useless, however, because you can visually see Jaws as he's coming closer to you. After you get the sonar, you can upgrade your power level up to level 9. What this does is it increases your damage against Jaws, but only Jaws. After you hit level 9, you can get strobes, which will help you in the final battle against Jaws. Other items that enemies can drop, it could be the crab, which gives you a little bit of point boost, but also it increases your diver's speed. Another one is a star, which can give you anywhere between 500 to 2,000 points. Randomly on the Overworld, you'll find a submarine. Not only does this give you a one-man protection, it also allows you to use bombs and allows you to move faster throughout the water. But if you lose your submarine, you lose your man, which is a one-hit death, you'll lose half your conch shells, you'll lose a power-up, and you'll also lose all your items. Which is pretty unfortunate and it sets you back, but you can recover.
In the overworld view, the only control you use is the directional pad to navigate your boat. Once you're in the side view mode, if Jaws is present, you're still in your boat and you're able to use A or B to shoot bombs at him. If Jaws is not present, you go underwater as the diver. He can use the B button to shoot harpoons. If you've upgraded the mini-sub, you can use B to shoot your torpedoes or A to do your bombs. In the bonus scene, you can use left and right to speed up the plane, and A or B to drop bombs on the jellyfish. In the final battle with Jaws, you can move left and right to line your boat up with Jaws, and then you use B for the strobe light to draw Jaws up out of the water, and A to stab him with your boat. And that's how you beat Jaws.
In this game, you have 3 lives and no continues. What makes this game fairly difficult is, like I mentioned before, when you die, you lose quite a bit of your progress. The issue is that the enemies, they stay as difficult as they are. What I mean is the longer you play this game, the more difficult the enemies are, the more abundant the enemies become, I should say. But overall, this game is pretty difficult, and the way it works is that the faster you beat it, the easier it is, it seems. But the more time you take, the harder it becomes. So it's kind of an interesting take on the difficulty, because it could be one of the easier NES games or one of the harder ones.
This game's better than its reputation gives it credit for. While it's not a classic title on the NES, it's frustratingly difficult in a good, addicting sort of way.
Right, exactly. This game is a lot better than people say. I know Tyler and I, we played it a lot more than we probably should have today.
So overall, this game, it's not bad. It's
No.
pretty good, and we recommend you try it. It's one of the better LJN games for sure.
Definitely.
So anyways, thank you for watching and subscribing. Make sure you stay tuned after the credits roll to see the scorecard and how this game ranked.
Yep.
And until next time, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Jacob.
And we are
Cart Collectors.
Bye. For the final enemy in this game, I bet you were expecting Jaws. Nope. Chuck Testa.